No pressure, but you're the first date I've been on since George Michael left Wham.
This show had me laughing out loud from the very first episode. I mean, it's smart, sharp, heartfelt, and full of Southern sass. Now, Chuck, you've worked with everyone from Charlie Sheen to Jim Parsons, but this is Leanne Morgan's moment. What made her voice stand out, and how did the project come to life with her?
It came to life for me when I saw her act, when I saw her stand up and went, this is a singular, unique, original comic voice. It was startling. You know, she wasn't leaning on anyone else. She had developed her own comic voice, and it was a clean voice.
Yeah.
Which, it was astonishing to me, being, as foul-mouthed as I generally am, to see someone generate so much laughter, and no one has to leave the room watching her act. And that's hard to do. It's hard not to drop the F-bomb in order to make something funny. You have to actually go beyond it and find something deeper and richer than the shock of language. And so that's where it began for me, was seeing her act and going, I want to be part of this somehow. I want to be part of this lady's career any way I can.
Yeah, she's just so charismatic when she hits the screen. Now, Nick, you've worked with Chuck on several hit shows, but collaboration always brings something new. What was different about building Leanne together, and how did that dynamic shift with a fresh voice like Leanne Morgan at the center?
It was a hard left turn from having just done Bookie together.
I'd say so, yes.
Radically different in every way, including going back to sort of the classic form. And a show that's also smart enough not to try and shape shift out of what works and is eternal as a half-hour comedy. I think the ongoing process is always trying to figure out how to keep these things truly funny and yet not false. And that's always the case, and it's always growing.
Something I love about this show is it deals with divorce, aging, parenting, and dating all through the comedic lens. Was there a moment or theme in the writer's room where you knew this would be universally relatable?
I don't know that we have enough hubris to know what will be. I've always believed that the best thing I can do is to try and make something that I would laugh at, characters who I would care about, and then hope someone out there agrees with me. But presume to know, that's a path to hell. No one knows. But you can know what's in your heart. You can know, I think this is funny. I believe in this. This makes me laugh. You can know that. Beyond that, you're full of shit. There I am, going purple.
It's all right.
Yeah, there you are. Now,
safe.
Nick, this has an incredible cast, and the chemistry is off the hook, especially with Leanne and Kristen. From your perspective as a producer, what was it like seeing that dynamic develop on set?
Well, it's funny. You were just saying, it's hubris to think you can plan these things and know the outcome. But, when you watch the audience react when you're shooting and it's warm, it's one of those good moments. Mm-hmm. The other one is just what you mentioned. When you watch, there's often in the early going, you put two-hander scenes are the gold of this form. And when you start to put Leanne in with Ryan Stiles, we knew we had money with Kristen, and that did not disappoint. So we went, okay, we've got that. But then you start to watch her interact with the other people in the cast, and it's a process of watching it, trying to hone it, but also there's a big exhale.
Absolutely. Now, Chuck, you've got Stuart Saves the Universe coming up, a Big Bang Theory spinoff centered around Kevin Sussman's character. What inspired you to revisit Stuart, and how will that series differ from the original show and Young Sheldon?
Well, it's a film show. It's not an audience show. It's a single camera film show with a lot of science fiction elements woven into it. It's a multiverse kind of situational thing, and in every episode, Kevin's character, Stuart Bloom, and Brian Posehn, and John Ross Bowie, and Lauren Lupkus wind up in a different universe.
I love it.
And have to find their way through that that universe, and it's closer to Doctor Who than it is to Who's the Boss. Let me say
I
that.
love that.
Okay.
Love it. Well, look, gentlemen, congratulations on Leanne. The show is so much fun. It's relatable for everybody. I had such a great time watching it. Now I need the last 8 episodes because I just binged through it. So thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank
you. That's great.
I've been doing pelvic floor exercises this whole time. I'm doing a big one right now.